All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get this thing halfway set up, at least. We'll put the top up, we'll open the sides, we'll pull the dinette out just so that I can get inside, get access to the sink that's inside before we hook up any city water to it. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that real quick. So that's really all I need. Basically, we're gonna come over here to the water heater. We're gonna replace this anode rod. So one of the big indicators you can tell that an anode rod has never been replaced is the massive amount of rust that's around it. This is a steel tank, so the anode rod helps attract all the chemicals and stuff that are in the water. That way it will eat away at that rod rather than the tank. So it's a sacrificial maintenance item that definitely needs to be checked and replaced. We've had some so bad that rust and they're seized in here to a point where we cannot remove them. And once it gets to that point and you can't remove it, essentially you just need to replace the tank if it's really just that bad, because it's a maintenance item that needs to be done. If you can't do it, it's just going to deteriorate. We've had some in there so long, never replaced, that rust just grows and it grows to the inside, and now you have a tank that has a leak. So that's why we're doing it. So I really wanted to pop it up just so I could go inside and make sure that I have access to the plumbing that I need access to. So that would be the sink. I want to make sure that sink doesn't just randomly turn on. Back side of the water heater's over there. And then we've got toilet and shower in there. So that's hiding under here. And we got a little curtain that'll go around it for some privacy, but better safe than sorry. So I just wanted access to it. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and remove that anode rod and let it start draining. It's a propane only water heater, so I know it's not on if you do have an electric option for your water heater. Very important that you turn the electricity off to the water heater before you do this. If you dry fire a water heater, the electric element will burn up and you will have to replace it. Okay, here we go. Found my socket. So here's what we're doing. This is the new anode rod that we're going to be putting in. That's the one we're taking out. We haven't used this, so I did not think there was any pressure in the tank. But that's a great video for you to learn what not to do. You have a pressure relief valve right here that you pull and relieve the pressure in the tank so that when you pull that out, it doesn't do what just happened. And now I got dirty. But that's okay. It's the best how-to videos, right? So, recap. When you're ready to pull that out, turn your water off, turn your water pump off, turn your electric water heater off, turn your gas heater off. Relieve the pressure in the tank. Once the pressure is relieved, you can pull out your anode rod, which ours went flying. Let me go get it. So ours went flying. This is ours, this is what it looked like. This is what it should look like. That's the difference. So easiest way to flush it out, there's a tool you can buy on Amazon. It's got a little hook to it. You hook it to your water hose and you spray water on the inside, but easiest way to do it is go ahead and hook your water hose up just like you were going to use it if you were at a site, and it's going to fill that up and just do a continuous flush. So we're going to go ahead and do it that way. Okay, so drug out the water hose. I'm going to go ahead and get that hooked up right here at the city water connection, and then we're going to turn the water on. As we turn the water on, water's going to fill all the plumbing lines, which would be the water heater as well, but since we have the anode out, all that water is going to come rushing out. So that's how we're essentially just going to use the system to flush itself. It's nice. You can take your old anode rod, just bend a little L into it. You see all that milkiness coming out? That's all the sediment in the tank and the leftover bit of the anode rod. So essentially, we're just going to let that run. But I am going to go inside and double check real quick while you're watching this that our faucets and stuff aren't on. So, like I said, you can bend your old one, put it like this, that way you can go in there You start stirring up all that stuff on the bottom. I can feel it. It's pretty thick. And essentially you're going to be running it until it is clean water coming out. And that's how you know your water heater is properly flushed. 2 previous owners, the people we bought it from, said they used it maybe twice, maybe 3 times. Previous people before them, same situation.
How often should you do it?
It depends. I mean, if you use it recreationally, you should probably do it at least once a year. If you're full-time in it, at least every 6 months. And it really depends on the water that you have coming in. So many people who are full-time have some really nice water filtration systems in line. So that's just gonna extend the life of that anode rod and how often you're gonna have to do it. But here in Florida, we have a lot of people who are still on well water that happen to be full-time, so that's gonna eat away at it really quick.
If they're on well water, what do you recommend?
If you are on well water,
To help prevent
definitely get some water filter systems. Amazon's got some decent starter ones. They're 3-stage water filters. I believe you can replace the cartridges on them. So definitely start somewhere. Anything's better than nothing. So I'm just going to go ahead and plug my finger in here, let it build up a little bit. This is a Suburban water heater, or Airxcel. It is, let's see, I believe it's a small one. It's a 6-gallon SW6D. So SW6D is Suburban water heater, 6 gallons. The D is for the propane. If it also had electric, it would say DEL on it. So you see, you plug it up, let it fill up a little bit. You get a little bit more pressure behind it. Make sure all that sediment comes out. Looks like it's starting to get there. We're done. Water's clear. I still have the water hose running. It's just easier to rethread these back on. If you do buy one that doesn't have any Teflon on it, go ahead and put some Teflon on it. But other than that, we're just going to go ahead and install it back up, let it fill up, and then close off the pressure relief valve. These definitely take some practice to get in there. When I first started, they always gave me the hardest time. So good and snug, that's that. When you're refilling these back up, you want to have an air pocket in your water heater. Essentially that's a pocket of air at the top so that when it heats up, that water has room to expand. So what you're looking to happen is have your finger ready on this pressure relief valve, because as this water is going into your plumbing system, it's filling up the tank. And as soon as you see a drip of water out of that pressure relief valve, go ahead and close it. That's establishing the air pocket in the water heater. What can happen is if you don't do that and you allow it to fill up all the way, whenever you heat up your water heater, you don't have any room for expansion. So that's going to cause this pressure relief valve to relieve the pressure or have a constant drip. A lot of people think it means that there's an issue, but it could just be that you don't have an air pocket. Six gallons, so it takes a second. Drip comes out, go ahead and close it off. So that's how you know you got an established air pocket in there. Other than that, put your door back on, you're good to go.
One of the common things I noticed that we do jobs on is mud daubers. Can you explain that some more?
Yeah, so it was a thing back in Texas. It's a thing here in Florida. I don't know about the rest of the country, but mud daubers love to build nests around these components that have propane. Propane, there's a fragrance put in the system, make it smell like rotten eggs. I think that's what attracts them. And they tend to go in here, being it's a propane-fired water heater, they'll go inside that combustion chamber. If they build a nest on top of the igniter, your water heater won't ignite. They make mud dauber screens that you can put over this. Same thing with your furnace, because that runs on propane. It's personal preference. If you keep up maintenance, generally you can get rid of those things before they happen.